This week there was the International Internet Day, 31 years for the Internet. What will be the future use of the Internet? We see that throughout the years it turned into a central, it took center stage in our lives. Will this even prevail, become more active? Yes, because it contributes to people's connection, even though the connection is, as usual, not working well yet, because we use it for our ego, for all kinds of things. Unfortunately, I receive 50% of what I receive in my email is spam, that I don't need at all. For instance, I receive, let's say, 60 emails a day. The good ones, the proper ones, 60 or 70, and maybe 100 spam mails. And as much as the filters clean it, nevertheless, it's... So, what is positive use of the Internet? Will it happen in the future? By the way, it all depends on man. The Internet is a machine. You decide where to drive it. So, people, I'm sure, will understand that they are in a big trouble when they are opposite to the Creator or nature. The Creator and nature is the same thing. It's 86 in Gematria, the numerical value of the Hebrew letters. Talking about nature or about the Creator is the same thing. By the way, Baruch writes about it in the Peace article. You can find it in the internet and read it. Therefore, I'm sure that by blows and by understanding and by disseminating Kabbalah, all of that together, we will reach a state where we eventually say to ourselves, enough. We have to be interconnected as in a global village. So there's no choice. We have to connect to each other properly and in a proper way. I'm very happy to, someone sent me the research that says that the ratings in the internet, in social networks, is much more today than what people go to rude things, which once was the most prominent things. People were attracted to porn in the internet and so forth. And today it's opposite. The percentage of people who use the internet for social networks is much more. Let's take a leap forward. How do you think? I think this is a good sign. This is a sign that people are attracted to connection, social connection. It's more important for them today than all the trash. Which is it's nothing more than just a beastly level, and the connection is the godly level. I'm not talking about whether it's good or bad or nice or not. I'm treating to this as a scientist. When you treat sex or anything that has to do with the body, it's just the level of animate. When you're talking about the connection between people, it's the level of the man, the speaking. So where is the helpful role of the internet in the connections between people? What do you mean? It connects people. Yes, it connects people today as well. But I'm saying in the future. Let's talk about the future. What is the ideal picture? If we are in connection between us and we want to talk together and we like talking together, in the meantime we're talking about nonsense. It's like the children in a yard, playing in the yard. But gradually they grow up. They become more grown up, and we can go into the network as well and talk about things that relate to people's lives more. And the world is going through troubles in the meantime, and we're able to explain what are their cause and how to avoid them, how to avert them. And no one is indifferent to that, because it touches everyone. So the use of social networks is very important. I think this is the salvation, and the internet is the future by which the world will understand and become educated properly and reach the proper connection. In the future corrected society, the perfect society, how will the internet look like? Does it exist? Yes. What does it contain? It contains... I hope that the internet will be like the general living room for the whole world, where we feel that maybe, like there is one thing, and there are no more addresses, meaning we are in such a connection between us that it tells us what are the news, it tells us how we advance together. This is where we all get the proper atmosphere and the idea of how to connect emotionally between ourselves. We reach corporal connection, let's say, bodily connection, from the bodily connection through the five senses to the virtual connection. And that virtual connection will help us reach spiritual connection. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that this is the big future of the internet, and we will find the way to use it properly. It's a very important tool because it goes along with the spirit of the world. It connects people and doesn't differentiates, separates them.